My name is William Wheeler. I go by Randy. I have a legal alias. Isn't it fun? This will be my class introduction video. If you notice me looking up and down, is because I'm recording this on my phone and I'm using my laptop to have my class introduction question prompts as well as the syllabus up for the course learning outcomes for that last question. So anyway, let's jump right into it. So I live in Central Virginia, not too far from campus. I have a wife and 4 kids and 3 furry children. I love exercise. Additionally, spend a lot of time with my wife and kids, of course, as much time outside as I can, and in anything aviation related, whether it be working on airplanes under the close supervision of an IARAMP, or just hanging around the airport and drinking a beverage, if you will, or, of course, flying with friends. Anything aviation, of course, is something I very much enjoy. I am pursuing a Bachelor of Science in Aviation Professional Pilot. That is the degree I'm going for. I currently work as sort of a pseudo contractor for a good friend of mine doing HVAC work, and I rather enjoy it. My course, I still have quite a bit of course specific stuff to do in order to graduate. I have a couple associate's degrees, so I was able to transfer those in, but of course they're not course specific, program specific rather. So I still have quite a bit to do to graduate with my Bachelor of Science Aviation. I do plan on doing my CFI IIMEI. So at whichever point I get my CFI initial done, I do plan on jumping into that, even if I'm not done with my undergrad. And I have considered going on to my Master's of Aviation Administration. I would like to start my own flight school, and I think that would be very helpful in helping in just having a really good running start to that. I have a rather sordid history. Spent a few years in the military. I'm a EMT. I'm a truck driver, and of course now I'm a pilot. So I have quite a few past careers, if you will, and this is I certainly feel like every one of those things I've done has been an act of obedience to God's calling on my life. So with that being said, I furthermore feel like this is an additional appropriate step in an act of obedience to God's call on my life. So with that being said, I certainly do feel like this is where I'm supposed to be, but I don't know what the final outcome is going to look like, of course. Just right now, my act of obedience is just continuing in my education and moving forward to see whatever it is that God's going to do. Of course, I can make a plan, but what's the point? Because it's not gonna end up turning out the way I thought it would anyway. So with that being said, I think this is my 3rd class that kind of has the underlying tone of human factors in flight, and each one of the classes I've taken previously, I've taken something from it. As we know, of course, the greatest numbers of aviation related accidents are caused by us as pilots. I think the NTSB report last year said 86%, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe it was a bit down from normal, but no less, the vast majority of all aviation related crashes are caused by us as pilots. So with that being said, of course, there is certainly something to take away from this class, and every class that is required by your course requirement checklist. So I'd like to further learn and gain the information and just the knowledge base to make me a safer pilot. As I previously stated, I'd like to get my CFI IIMEI, and if I'm teaching future aviators I want to have as much information as I possibly can in order to create the safest pilots I possibly can, and to also be the safest pilot I can possibly be. We've all got stories as aviators where we've done stuff. If we are certified and are able to fly on our own, we've all done stuff, and probably even as a student pilot, that we're not super proud of, that we wish we could go back and redo for whatever reason it might be. And I'm certainly one of those people. So with that being said, I would like to further enforce and grow my information and knowledge base around the mental aspect, the physicality of it all. You know, I can't say just because you don't have a certain body composition you're going to be a more or less safe pilot. That would be a great sweeping generalization, but there is a mental factor that goes into this. So with that being said, the more mentally fit I can be, then the safer I can be as a pilot, to recognize the macho mentality, or the get it on the ground-itis, or the get it home-itis, whatever you want to call it. If I can recognize those things as they're beginning and stop them, of course, that'll make me a safer pilot. So, and that's kind of what I would like to take away from this as far as the course learning outcomes, is just the kind of the physiology, if you will, the mental physiology of, if that's the right term, for how to be a better, safer pilot and recognizing these dangerous attitudes. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and otherwise I look forward to getting to know you guys over the next 8 weeks, and thank you so much for watching.